This recent bounce in Bitcoin shows a price target that no one's expecting. This data indicates that we might see a second world lockdown.
Today for the Bitcoin price with DaVinci J15. Finally, we are back, and the reason is DaVinci J15 has something very important to share about Bitcoin, because we will be pulling up the charts and be talking about Bitcoin right now. You see this massive bounce here we had recently at the approximately 8,900 US dollar levels. Well, DaVinci J15 has something very important to share about that, with a very, very specific implication for the Bitcoin price. We will be talking about that. We will be talking about a very specific price target, which will catch you by surprise towards the end of the video. But of course, it wouldn't be DaVinci J15 if he wouldn't have to share something very, very important also about the economic data right now, because we will be talking about the Federal Reserve and about the new daily cases of the coronavirus cases, and also his specific thoughts on that. We will take all the horrifying data in the economy into consideration and tell you exactly what DaVinci J15 is expecting for the world economy, for Bitcoin and the stock markets right now in the immediate short term. So guys, make sure you take a seat, you scroll down, you smash up the like button to at least 4,000, 5,000, whatever. No limit likes here to show DaVinci we need him more than only once every 2 weeks. Smash up the like button right now, and that with that being said, without any further ado, I do want to come to the most important question of today. Crazy introduction today. DaVinci J15, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to be back. It's been a couple weeks, but you know what? It was worth it. I had to buckle down and get Ethereum into Pandora's wallet, because I really believe that confiscation is eventually coming to a theater near you. So I want to get as many coins into Pandora's wallet as I possibly can, so that I can get them off exchanges and not have to worry about it. And so, yeah, I'm very happy with our progress. And how you doing in Thailand? I want to be there, man.
You will come very soon, I'm sure about that. This country opens up very soon, and maybe we will have some in-person collaborations. That would be great. Thank you so much for your service to humanity with Pandora's wallet. And of course, DaVinci, I think ever since I met you, I have never been separated from you more than like a few days. So this was crazy. I'm happy that you are back. I'm sure the people are happy. We will see it in the likes on that video. But now, without any further ado, let's pull up the charts and see what crazy news you have to share for the Bitcoin price, and then also in the second step here towards the end of the video about the economic data.
All right, let's start. We're stuck in this pennant triangle here with on the weekly, which is fine. I moved this up. Actually, I used to have this. Oops, not that one, but this blue line here. I used to have it down here, and it indicated that we're above that line. But then I realized that we could actually move it up. And hang on, let me just move this out of the way. And over here, so I moved it up because it really can't be moved up, right? And move itch. And
Gitch with the G, yes.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, that pretty counts. That's where we're having some struggling points to break out here, and so I really think that this pennant is pretty accurate in a sense, but this is nothing compared to the daily, what I found on the daily. And I want to show you, and I was quite surprised and quite relieved when I found this.
Yes.
And basically everybody and their mother is drawing this. I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff that's on here so that you guys are not like all confused.
And I want to prepare the people. While you are cleaning that up, I want to prepare the people. People, please sit down and get ready, because he just showed it to me prior to the recording, and it completely blew my mind. The trend line he's about to show you and explain you has some very, very bullish indications. And remember, guys, the majority of people are very bearish right now. But DaVinci, the stage is yours. Please let me know, or let the audience know about this specific trend line you just discovered recently.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody and their mothers drawing this trend line, and so was I. And then I realized, okay, well, what if I move this line here, and I look back and I zoomed out, and I was like, wow. And this is not just on the perpetual swaps here. We can go all the way to to the spot market and do the same thing, right? Because I have the exact same thing on the spot market, and if I move it out, wow, just absolutely amazing.
One thing, Da Vinci.
Yes, what's up?
This picture really reminds me on 2019. You remember we had this crazy pump in April above the $5,000 mark, and the Bitcoin price was chopping around before. We had the pump above this trend line. We're supported there before we eventually lifted off to the $14,000 levels. It looks a little bit similar. Also, it was some kind of V-shape.
Yep.
We didn't revisit the low.
Exactly. Let's take a look at that, and let's zoom in a bit. Let's go to the 3-day so we can really get there a little bit faster. And yeah, it looks sort of like this right over here.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a little bit different because there's a little bit of a peak out. But I guess if you draw this trend line there, but yeah, I guess
you know what we
say
say in Thailand. You know what we say in Thailand? I will show you.
What do you say?
Same, but different.
But different.
So it is exactly the case. This specific fractal is same, but different. Of course, history doesn't exactly repeat, but it rhymes, certainly. So I would say this is at least a little bit of rhyming going on there.
Yeah, so the best case scenario is that we break out of here and never look back at 10,000. And we're talking a move from let's just let me just put this from here to there, from here to the top of this part right here. Let's see if we can get it because of the magnet, right? Let me just take off the magnet first. Yes. All right, and there we go. And right at that point there, where we would consider a nice breakout.
That would be a crazy target.
Right up here. Yeah, look at this. Look at this target here. Cray 17. Oh wow, is that saying 16,483? Wow, right? But if we do like based on a W, we should get up to like 12,000 before we reverse back down.
Yeah.
To retest and say, are we really gonna go higher here? And then see you when I see you.
Of course. Also, I want to remind the people, don't throw in all your life savings. We are not saying we are going to 16,000 tomorrow. Of course, there are requirements. We shouldn't break this trend line to the downside. If we are closing a weekly below, of course, things can change. And of course, we will have, as Da Vinci said, in case we are breaking out, there might be a rejection at 12,000. So, of course, markets never go in a straight line, guys. Don't get too excited yet. But, of course, these are some very, very nice implications here. Do you have anything else to share regarding the Bitcoin price?
Yes, I have to share this chart before you get all excited and happy and too bullish, right? If we break this level here, you can see what I'm drawing there. The market's going to smile at us, and it's going to take our money, basically. So we have until the 8,630. If it breaks that, right, it's coming all the way back. The next target is probably around the $6,000 level down here. So unfortunately, so that's the negative side of that. There's a 30% chance that that's going to happen. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Okay. So yeah, I'm really think that you have to consider yourself lucky that this thing turned around and created a hammer candle. Right, I really thought we're breaking down, but we didn't. And if this level holds, right, this is one of the levels that has to hold as well, which is the on the what's this? The CME exchange is 8,930, but it's really on the spot market is 8,900. And then the next level that we have to definitely hold, or else you should just walk away and sell everything, and you're definitely we're done, is 8,600 approximately. So
well, yeah, anyways, Da Vinci, I mean, we have our first and second line in the sand, if this is even possible, 8,930, 8,650. These levels we have to hold, but we can say, in case we are holding them, the likelihood significantly increases that we get this breakout, that we are approaching this $12,000 level. By the way, my target is 11,800, very close to yours, and that we are eventually then also going to higher price levels. And of course, the fundamental reason behind it might be also coming from the Federal Reserve. I do want to talk about that since the people want to pick up on your brain, especially on economic thoughts, on what is happening in the world, because you are the number one person to talk to in a financial crisis. So we have some funny, some horrifying news here to share. So I really want to urge everyone to stay here until the end of the video. What I have to share with you today with DaVinci J15 is certainly one of the most important things we have been sharing with you throughout the whole year. And with that being said, guys, DaVinci, smash up the like button, not DaVinci, the audience, smash up the like button if you appreciate this free content and DaVinci J15 coming back to us here with his with his amazing thoughts on the Bitcoin price and the economy. And let me show the audience very quickly before I want to go and ask you about your thoughts here. I wanted to play this little clip here of Jerome Powell talking about financial inequality and the role of the Federal Reserve on that. Let me play you this quick clip here.
Inequality is something that's been with us increasingly for more than 4 decades, and it's not really related to monetary policy. It's more related to, there are a lot of theories on what causes it, but it's been something that's more or less been going up consistently for more than 4 decades, and there are a lot of different theories.
So I just played the clip here, DaVinci. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I have to laugh, right? I mean, if you write out an IOU, right, is the Federal Reserve going to buy that? Because that would be equality, right?
Yes.
Because, I mean, come on. These companies are bankrupt. They can't survive the coronavirus, yet the Federal Reserve is buying their debt and giving them free money. Here you go. Yes. Oh, you can't pay your debts? No problem. Just create some more and we'll buy that.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
And now corporate bonds, I mean, wow, most of them, even though it's like S&P 500, it's junk. I mean, they are just funding junk businesses and completely destroying the underlying incentive structure of a free market. They are destroying the incentives for corporations to be profitable because they get funded anyways with freshly printed currency. I mean, it's completely ludicrous. In my opinion, this is criminal activity, and with any like rational judgment, these people would be put in jail. So this is crazy, DaVinci. This is really crazy. I'm very happy that you shared that, because everyone remembers the last horrible statement of Jerome Powell when he said this is not QE. It was just beyond laughable, just as this is beyond laughable. Crazy. So anyways, we talked about that also here yesterday on the channel. It's good to know that you are on the same page here. But what I really wanted to talk about is this data here of the daily new cases of the coronavirus. I mean, it's not a viral topic anymore, but we can see since like 2 or 3 weeks, the daily cases are increasing. And my personal prediction is, if this continues like this, I could imagine governments over the world and also WHO and whatever, they will be announcing a second wave. If they announce a second wave, they might start with the second lockdown. And right now they're easing the lockdown, but they might start with the second lockdown. And if the second lockdown comes, this velocity, the speed in which the currency is spent, might go down even lower. I mean, we already have an all-time low. People are not spending the currency which is put out into the public. The currency actually which is printed is going up exponentially by the Federal Reserve, while the speed the currency is spent in is going down, which means that we cannot see this crazy quantitative easing translating into prices. But yeah, DaVinci, I don't want to take away too much. What are your thoughts about the daily new cases? What are your thoughts on the quantitative easing by the Federal Reserve? And what are your thoughts on the velocity of the money stock right now? Can you maybe share this and tell us what everyone watching right now can expect for their purchasing power, economic data, and everything else here in the short and mid run?
Yes. Well, I just logged into my bank account just today, and I saw that, wow, I had a lot more money than I expected to have. And the reason why is because I'm not going out. I'm not spending as much as I used to spend. I'm not doing the same things like eating out at restaurants, right? Going out on dates, dinner dates with my wife, and doing all kinds of fun stuff that we usually do around this time. And with that, I believe a lot of other people are doing the exact same thing. So that money is not moving around, and you can see with the from the Federal Reserve chart that right now we're at an all-time low of like 1.39 or I think it is of the velocity. And the key important thing about that is if the money velocity does not move and our system is based off of debt, that means people cannot pay their debts. So that means that the Federal Reserve will continue to print as the velocity continues to drop. It'll continue to print more and more money, and velocity will continue to drop as we have go into a second lockdown with the coronavirus, and that will build up more money into the system, which you mentioned before we got onto the video, which is basically like filling a room with kerosene, and then you're about to light a match.
Yes, exactly. I mean, guys, think about the world economy as a room, right? And you put in more and more gas, which is the currency, right? And the velocity is just a fire. But because no one is spending their money, you don't have any lightning, no fire in that room. And it's more and more gas pouring in. And right now, the room is halfway full of gas. And the Federal Reserve is just doing nothing but putting in more and more gas. But imagine this crisis is over and the people start spending their currency. The people start going out and the velocity increases. It will be like taking a lighter and putting it into that room and just lightening it up. You will have a huge explosion actually because of this artificially propped up currency supply in this specific room in form of gas. So you can imagine that we are living in this room and it's coming more and more gas, and it's just a question of time. Someone is coming in and lightening it up. So it's a very, very horrifying situation, and I'm very glad that we have such a big audience here listening to us and knowing exactly how to prepare for this specific situation. You do want to have something which is not artificially inflatable, like silver, physical gold, or of course also Bitcoin on your cold storage device or Pandora's wallet, of course. So thank you so much for sharing that, Da Vinci. Just a quick thing I wanted to know. What are you expecting? You are also expecting a hyperinflation, but in case the second lockdown comes, it might come a little bit later. What are your thoughts on this whole situation right now? Just for everyone to know what your thoughts are. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's going to happen is that if we have a lockdown and we continue lockdown through the final quarter of 2020, I don't see the hyperinflation occurring if we stay inside and not do anything. But I'm going to find it really difficult that people are just going to accept staying indoors during that last quarter, during Christmas time and all that stuff. It's just not going to happen. And that's when we're going to see like massive the lighter effect basically, and the hyperinflation is where I think that it most likely will occur. Now, if it doesn't happen at that point, we have to look at the historical records of what happens during a pandemic. And during a pandemic, it usually takes 18 months to 2 years for it to clear through society. And so maybe after that point in time, in 18 months to 2 years, we'll see the hyperinflation light up and occur at that point in time. So that's where I see that happening. Should it not happen in the final quarter, but I don't know. I think that people are going to be tired of. I'm already tired of this lockdown. And I'll give you. I want to confess something. I did get a bailout actually from my government.
Oh, really?
They bailed. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's crazy. Da Vinci got bailed out. It's not only the banks and the corporation. It's also Da Vinci. Nice to hear.
Exactly. So yeah, I realized that. I'm like, Jesus, man, this is a bailout, man. And it was quite a bit of money though. Yeah, quite a bit of money, about $100,000.
Wow.
Right, so,
just like this?
Yeah, exactly. It was like
what government?
It's like low
Chile?
Next to interest rate, basically. So you can borrow that much to keep your company alive. So I mean, they're printing money everywhere.
Yeah, this is crazy. We can already see seeing it translating in the Federal Reserve balance sheet. But remember, guys, this is only the monetary base. Then we have the M1 money stock. We have the M2 money stock. And they are increasing exponentially since you don't have any fractional reserve requirements anymore for the bank, so they can just artificially inflate infinite amounts of currency. So always keep that in mind. If you're looking at the balance sheet, this is only like the bottom of the iceberg. like the tip of the iceberg, right? The iceberg actually is much, much, much bigger, and it's much worse and much more horrifying than everyone thinks right now. Please, guys, be prepared for that. So scroll down, smash up the like button, and right now, of course, in the end, I want to know a very important thing, Da Vinci. The number one reason why you have been away was Pandora's wallet. Do you have anything, to share with us for the audience, because many people are interested in that right now?
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm so happy to announce that. So
the screen is loading right now. Yes, it's visible.
You don't see it? All right. So I'm happy to say that we have Ethereum working in Pandora's wallet. We can send and receive Ethereum, no problems. Right. I'm really happy about that. And if you're interested in Pandora's wallet, you can head over to www.pandoraswallet.com, and you can purchase a subscription. Remember, this is a trader's wallet. And also, if you're interested in my trading, what I'm buying, what I'm selling in the crypto universe, both Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other crypto assets out there, you could participate in our Telegram group and for these low fees in Bitcoin. So. Yeah, and also, of course, if you purchase 2 years, right, and you want me to talk about a specific cryptocurrency on my channel, I will do so. Just if you purchase 2-year subscription, I will do some research and talk totally about that coin. So yeah, if you're interested in that, there you go. You can purchase the 2-year subscription.
Yes. All right, thank you so much, Da Vinci. Guys, you will find the link in the pinned comment down below, directly next to the timestamps. Very important. If you are interested, click on that link and check out Pandora's wallet. I can tell you, this is a crazy, crazy service for the human mankind. It will prevent you from being confiscated while still being able to trade your assets, and now also Ethereum. So thank you so much for that, Da Vinci. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. And of course, everyone, big shout out to you. Thank you so much for smashing up the like button and showing Da Vinci what the heck are you doing. Come back to this channel more often and share your knowledge with us more often. So thank you so much for showing that to him, for smashing up the like button, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. However, I wanted to ask you, Da Vinci, do you have any last words to share before wrap it up for today?
Yeah, always play from a position of strength and don't get wrecked. So look for a lower price in Bitcoin.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other at the next one of MMCrypto already tomorrow on our channel and also on Da Vinci's channel. Make sure you're subscribing to him as well. And that being said, as always, guys, as always, bye-bye.